From translation, NIV, New International Version, this 237 day of the year. Today we are reading passages Jeremiah 46 to 48, Jeremiah chapter 46, verses 1 to 28. This is the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet concerning the nations. About Egypt. This is the message against Egypt that Jeremiah the prophet received from the Lord. Assemble your troops, you mighty ones. Prepare for battle. Steer them towards the south. Label the arrows, for the bow has been prepared. Harness the horses and mount the chariots. Take up your positions with helmets and spears. Polish your shields. What do I see? They are terrified, retreating, their warriors defeated. They flee in haste, without looking back. There is terror on every side, declares the Lord. The swift cannot escape, nor can the strong save himself. In the north, by the river Euphrates, they stumble and fall. Who is this that rises like the Nile? Like rivers whose waters surge. Egypt rises like the Nile, like rivers whose waters surge. Egypt rises like the Nile, like rivers whose waters surge. She says, I will rise and cover the earth. I will destroy cities and their people. Charge, you horses. Drive furiously, you charioteers. March forth, you warriors, you men of Cush and Put who wield the bow, and you men of Lud skilled with the bow. They ride and bend with their bows and arrows. Their horses' hooves do not gallop, nor do their chariot wheels spin. Yet that day will be like others for Egypt, for I will put an end to her, declares the Lord Almighty. See, it comes from the north, the land of Assyria, with its mighty army and with their king. Go up to Gilead and fetch balm, O virgin daughter Egypt. Apply as many ointments as you wish, but your pain will not be cured. The nations have heard of your shame. Your cries have filled the earth. For warrior has stumbled over warrior. Together they have fallen. The word that the Lord spoke to Jeremiah the prophet about the coming of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to attack Egypt. Declare in Egypt and proclaim in Migdol. Proclaim also in Memphis and Tahpanhes. Tell them, take your positions. Prepare for battle. Steer them toward the south. Label the arrows, for the bow has been prepared. Why has your precious one fallen? He did not stand firm, because the Lord drove him away. He stumbles and falls. He cannot rise. Because of the sword that the Lord is wielding, he is driven away. This is the noise from the cities of Egypt as they fall. The sound of an army as it advances in formation against the daughter of Egypt. The king of Babylon will come and attack Egypt. He will take the best of her livestock. Her fields will be laid waste. Pack your bags. Get ready to leave. You who live in Egypt, get ready for the day the Lord comes to punish you. Egypt is a fluttering bird. The mercenaries in her ranks are like fattened calves. They too will turn and flee together, unstanding the day of disaster that comes upon them, the time of their punishment. Egypt will hiss like a snake as the enemy approaches. They will march in like a swarm of ants, like an army with shields, like a multitude of chariots and horsemen. Her loggers will chalk down her trees. Her soldiers will be ineffective. The daughter of Egypt will be put to shame. She will be handed over to the people of the north. The Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says, I am about to bring punishment on Ammon god of Thebes, on Pharaoh, on Egypt and her gods and her kings, and on all her people. I will deliver them into the hands of those who seek their lives, and they will be plundered and looted by all their enemies. Because I, the Lord, have spoken. But do not be afraid, Jacob my servant. Do not be dismayed, Israel. I will surely save you out of a distant place, your descendants from the land of their exile. Jacob will return. He will be unintimidated and unbroken. I, the Lord, will strengthen you and save you. I will rescue you from the hands of the wicked and redeem you from the grasp of the cruel. Jeremiah chapter 47, verses 1 to 8. This is the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah the prophet concerning the Philistines, before he attacked Gaza and all the other towns of Philistia. This is what the Lord says, the waters of the Euphrates will dry up, and the stream will turn into dust. The sea will overflow with the riches of Egypt. Out of the great treasures of Egypt, my people will go into exile. They will mourn for Egypt's fields, filled with the treasures of the princes and the lords. Those fields will be plundered. The day will come when the shepherds and the people of Philistia will be punished. They will be cut off with sword and plague. Gaza will be shaved bare, and Ashkelon will be left destitute. You, O Philistia, will be sorry. Your pain will be like that of a woman in labor. You, sword of the Lord, turn against my shepherd and my man of war, who live in Philistia. You will be repaid for what you have done. You will be punished for all your wickedness. You will devour and ravage the land until you are sated. How can the sword of the Lord not be bloody? Why is it not stained with blood? The Lord has given a command. He will not spare Philistia. They will be destroyed. They will be left to die of hunger and plague. Jeremiah chapter 48, verses 1 to 10, concerning Moab. This is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. Woe to Nebo, for it is laid waste. Kiriathaim is put to shame. It is taken. The high place is put to shame and laid waste. Moab's praise is no longer valid. In Heshbon they plot evil against her. Come, let us put an end to her as a nation. You, O madmen, will be silenced. The sword will pursue you. A cry of anguish from Horonaim, desolation, great destruction. Moab will be broken, her little ones will cry out. For up the hill of Luhith, with weeping they go up. For at the descent of Horonaim, they hear cries of destruction. Flee, save your lives, run like the wild donkey in the desert. Since you trust in your wealth and your treasures, you also will be captured, and Chemosh will go into exile. Together with his priests and officials, the destroyer will march against every town, and no town will escape. The valley will be ruined, and the plateau will be destroyed, because the Lord has spoken. Give wings to Moab, that she may fly away, for her cities will be laid waste, with no one to dwell in them. A curse on anyone who does the Lord's work half-heartedly, and on anyone who keeps back the sword from bloodshed.